No, this is going to be the start of my next episode, and this is not how I wanted to start my next episode, but a Saradomin's light. I'll do an official intro after we're done with this trip, but lol. You know, why have one Sarlight when you can have two Sarlights? I kind of, to be fair, I kind of deserve this because, like, the last 20 times I've gone to Sara, I've had nothing but hilts, so... Nothing to complain about, man. It's a Sara sword. It's been a long time since I've seen one of those, actually. Like, a long time. Alright, so welcome to the official, introduction of this video. Hello, and welcome to this episode of Winning RuneScape. I'm not sure what I want to do in this one. I definitely want to get a bit more God Wars in, as you guys saw. I actually just got my KC up to a little bit over 1600, so that was nice. It was about 110 kill trip maybe, since, you know, Twistable doesn't get every kill, just most of them. Also, I have a goal for by the end of April, I want to try and be either 2200 total or at least get 90 base, so 5 mining levels and 3 smithing levels, which means some of my money at some point here is going to have to go towards a viable skill. Right now, I still have that Avian Seas task, and I will get on it at some point, but I have to make money to buy chins first, since I really don't feel like hunting chins. I don't want to do black chins unless I have a Din's Bulwark, because there's just so many PKers on the 2K worlds these days. But yeah, let's get right into it, get some more drops, get some levels, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, and there it is. That's not my best time in the world, but 300 KC at raids. I actually did about 10 raids now solo, just trying to get something to make it look kind of cool, but unfortunately no luck, and that's fine. We are at 300 KC, and that's a pretty big accomplishment in my opinion. So at the immediate start of my next Sara God Wars trip, getting a God Sword Shard 3 from the boss. I don't know if I'm going to show the end of every trip every time, so from now on I'm probably not going to show the splits unless we actually get like a big drop. But yeah, nothing else that trip. So I know some of you guys aren't going to know what this place is, but this is the Blast Mine. This is where I plan on training my mining up. I might eventually head over to Motherlode, but I should have enough ore in here to end up getting this level, and if I get the level I get more XP and better ore, so there's no point in really waiting, so I'm just going to collect. I know that the ore isn't actually, or the sack isn't full, but regardless, 109k XP drop right there, and that does bring me up to 86 mining, so my road to 2200 is coming along. Also, I kind of wanted to go do my Tears of Gothics and higher level and more XP. So, doing Sara, and of course, not when it's not in my fucking name, Theo got a Sara hilt, so that's pretty nice. I think they're like 40 mil roughly right now, so that's a pretty good split. All right, that's the clip. I'm just gonna click it, and we're moving on. All right, everything's sold, and the split ended up being a little bit over 14 mil, which is pretty good. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that yet. That might actually end up getting invested into, well, first of all, it's obviously going to go into chins. I finally know that I have enough GP to buy chins to do that Arma task, which I will probably do fairly soon within the next day or so. And I might have enough money to invest into getting 90 smithing, which I did say I want to do pretty soon, so I might go ahead and do that. But I think this is the last requirement I need for the Mauritania Elite Diaries. I think you can boost up to 96. I could be wrong for that one. But once I get 90 base, I think I'm going to go off and do all of the diaries and get them all knocked out, since I've only done a few of them so far. Doing a solo. Forgot my range pots. I don't know. I mean, honestly, doesn't even really seem like I need the range pots. But got a God Sword Shard 2 off of a minion. And that's a rune sword solo. Alright. I don't even feel like prayer flicking after seeing that. That's pretty gross. That's actually very demotivating. Alright, so I finally got the Arma task done. We did a couple kills post task, and I now have 838 KC there. Didn't get a single thing besides that longbone, and I don't think I want to do Dark Beasts either. I only used about half the chins I bought, so that's actually kind of nice. That means that if I do happen to get another Avian Seas task, I'll be able to do it. Skeletal Wyverns I will do, that's pretty AFK. Alright, so it's nothing crazy, but first kill of my next trip, well, this is my next trip. I'm not going to show every trip like I mentioned before. Get a Sara sword solo. That's not bad at all. I'll take that. Alright. Yeah, that's one of those things that we always get. Sara light solo in the same trip as the Sara sword. Lol. Ending that trip on 1840 KC is actually pretty good. I mean, if I can get nearly a 40 kill trip every time, then I'll be a lot more comfortable with solos. This doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing trips like with other people, it just means that I can actually do this on my own, and that's kind of cool. So I definitely want to push up to 2,000 Sara KC within the next couple days. That shouldn't be too difficult. You can kill maybe like 25 an hour, I want to say. Maybe. I'm not really sure. That's probably not super accurate. But that means I'll be able to get it pretty easily. So this is a pretty big Cal Fights task. And it's been a while since I've actually done Cal Fight Queen. I probably won't be able to afford a bludgeon, but hostas are pretty cheap, so I should be able to get one of those. And I might do all of this at Cal Fight Queen if I can stay motivated. I do want to try and knock out that pet, as it is part of the series. So I'll see what I can afford. I'll sell off some stuff in my bank. Some stuff. I don't mean gear. I'm not going to sell off my gear. I'm selling off like loot tabs and shit. Surprisingly enough, I actually got a green cash stack from that. So I am going to buy a hosta. And with the rest of the money, I'm going to invest into... This is going to sound weird, but I mentioned it a few times. I'm trying to get my smithing up, so I'm going to invest the rest into gold ore, so I can just go and do some blast furnace, which I might actually do right now. Starting off the task strong with a Dragon 2H sword. I don't actually remember what the rarity of the Dragon 2H here is. I think it's the same as D-Chain. I'm not too fussed about it because they're both cheap, but it's kind of cool. Starting off with the unique is actually kind of motivating. So this should be it right here, I think, if I was paying enough attention to the previous kills. There it is, 2,500 KC at the Cal Fight Queen. Now the pet here I believe is 1 in 3k, so it's not like we should have seen it yet, but we are getting pretty close, and I think the top 10 dry streaks for this pet, the number 10 one, is like 3,400. So, you know, I'm actually getting close to not just the drop rate, but once I pass, I'll be pretty close to the top 10 dry in Old School on it. Sitting here doing this Sara trio, got a magic seed. That's kind of not the relevant part of this. I actually realized I passed 400 million total XP, which in one regard is kind of cool, but in another sense, a lot of people are already maxed that have this much XP. I mean, a lot of it, if you look at my combat stats, I have 62 million hit points XP. It's kind of ridiculous. I should just start a collection of these things. Okay. Now you're just going a little too far. Alright, throw that on the list of things for this trip. Rune Sword. Those guys who don't know, by the way, I'm sure everyone already knows this by now, but I'll go over it quickly. Rune Sword's roughly 1 in 400. Pretty rare drop. That's going on the list. Well, got another KQ head. I think that's my 14th one in the bank now. Alright, there we go. 2,000 KC at Zilliana. See, pet drop right here is 1 in 5k, so I'm nowhere near being able to complain about being unlucky, but that's a pretty big milestone, and hopefully we get a drop pretty soon. Alright, Sara Sword coming in on KC 2015. Alright, so I know it's nothing crazy to a lot of people's standards, but we tried going for a speed time because we got a good raid. We ended up not being able to live on Ulm, which is why our points are so low, but we still got a good time of 21 minutes, so I'm pretty proud of that. That's my new personal best. I don't think I'll be able to beat that for quite a while. So I'm going to finish up the video here. I'm actually about to get an agility level, but I have a couple things I want to mention to you guys while I am doing this course. So, first of all, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but the main question I have is, as you guys can tell, this one's very themed. There's still some other things going on in the background, but I'm going to stop here, so I'm actually going to pick these up. There's some other things going on in the background, like I was doing some Cal Fight Queen and stuff, but the video was mainly focused on Saradomin, which I did break 2,000 KC as you guys saw earlier, and that's awesome. But let me know what you guys think of this, because I know that some people really prefer the video to have kind of one style, and other people don't. And if you guys prefer it this way, then, you know, let me know, and if you don't, let me know, like, tell me in the comments. I'm curious what you guys would rather see. Here we go, 91 agility. Bang bang, that's pretty cool. Would have been even cooler if I got the pet there. But this one took a long time to get out. I'm actually pushing it. It's actually the day before when you guys actually see this right now. And the reason for that is I have been skilling a lot. You guys saw me get a couple levels, and I spent a lot of time on skills in this episode. So that's how it's going to be if I want to keep working towards max. Now, I'm kind of just skill hopping a lot right now. I don't know why I'm doing it necessarily, but I guess it just keeps me interested in that. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And the next one, if you guys don't want it to be themed as much, I will do my best to add a little bit more variety. But if you like the themes, then that's awesome, and let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time, and make sure you check out the live streams and all that fun stuff. I live stream on YouTube, so if you see it in your sub box, feel free to pop in and say hi. Check out all the links on your screen. Have an awesome day, and peace out.